I am so excited that the new Logan Heights Branch Library is a reality after many years of planning. This is going to be an amazing library for the community, moving from a 4,000 square foot small library built in 1927 to a new 25,000 square foot library.
This project has been very meaningful to our community. We've been waiting for it for quite a while. Prior to the project being approved, there was an enormous community-wide effort to work to compel our elected leaders to work very hard to bring us a new library for Logan Heights. So we're very pleased that the day has finally come and it's here. One of the most important things about this library was siting it in a place that's central to the community, that's really central to kids and families and residents of the area, somewhere where they can access. So located on a place where people come during the day and after school hours is very important. Having it at this location is going to optimize its usage. It's going to make it more accessible to the community, and it's going to make it a more inviting and appealing location.
This new library will be a cultural icon for the community. It will be a beacon of light, drawing our public to this building to enjoy the many wonderful programs that we plan to provide there, as well as the materials, books, CDs, DVDs, so many things that will enhance the learning and the cultural aspects of the community. Joe Martinez is a leading architect here in San Diego, and we are so fortunate that he designed this library. He understands the heart of the community, worked with the community, and brought so many excellent symbols and icons of the culture that will be represented in our library. We're really very proud of the result of this library.
What was interesting about the community input is we had a couple of workshops, and we discussed, first of all, the character and quality of the building. Should it be a mission style like the old library? Should it be something modern and high-tech? Or should it be something different, something 21st century, but reflecting back on the past? And so we had some good dialogue with that, and a lot of the ideas really came from the concepts of the indigenous people of the Americas, from North America to South America. And when I brought different examples, right away the community locked into those ideas. Well, the overall theme is to take the most interesting element of the program, which in fact is this cube, which was the Centro Museo that was intended to be a special locale for reading, for plays, for concerts, any type of community activities, and to really celebrate that. And what I did was clad it in granite and made it in a checkerboard pattern of gold and flame gold granite, and then took out one little portion of it, that little window there, 7 foot by 7 foot, so someone could walk into the composition and become part of the architecture. Another exciting feature, and relative to the aesthetic, is this understanding of monumentality, mathematics, astronomy, color and composition. And all those aesthetic elements are part of the culture that you see in the Americas. So whether it's, let's say, the pottery from the Navajos, or the beautiful stonework at Teotihuacan, or some of the facades that are on various buildings, whether it's in Tula or Palenque, any of those locales, it's all embedded into the aesthetics here. Sort of that oral storytelling tradition realized now in architecture. The color selection really had to do with a much greater concept of Mother Earth and Father Sky. And Mother Earth represents the building and how you build adobes out of the earth, or granite coming out of the earth, or turquoise, the stone coming out of the earth. You see that in the composition here. Likewise, you're always going to view the building, as you do now, against the sky. You see the cube, you see the mural, you see the puffy white clouds, the blue sky. All of that is representational in the entirety of the composition. On the interior, again, the same theme. Carpet, earth tone. Chairs, contrasting but complementary, red, wood tones, etc. But what's also really nice is that I used turquoise as a defining element. So when you're inside, as an example on the second level, the turquoise soffit that's along the perimeter of the entire space is actually a glyph, no different than those colossal glyphs that you find at Nazca, or those kind of petroglyphs you find out in the American Southwest, Arizona and New Mexico. That's also represented there. So it's an opportunity to use color in a unique and different way and give it scale and monumentality, no different than the scale and monumentality that you see in the building here. When you take a look at the entry, it's actually a colossal statue of one of the elements of Tula, and it's the same size, but not in granite, not in stone, but in glass. When you come into the library, you're actually entering between two large wall elements. If you look at it closely, they're books. The third element that I really, really love is that mural. The mural is a fantastic piece by Roberto Salas. When he and I were dialoguing this out, he said, "Joe, we actually need to flip your V the other way around." Yes, Roberto, we can make acrostics. And then that's where he put his mural, a view of the Pacific coast from the Arctic to the Antarctic along the Pacific Ocean. And that's where you see all of the tribes and all the nations of the Americas. And what a great idea. Mayan astronomer with the eye looking there and observing. The last impression that I'd want the users to have is to recognize very fully and clearly that this is a public building, that it's a jewel and an offering by the city to the community, that it's a resource to them, not only because you have Memorial Junior High School here and Logan Elementary School here, but also the collection of activities here that include the swim center, the park, the recreation area, and that this is the hub. This is the center of activity for the community. Likewise for the library itself, to enjoy it to its fullest extent. Granted, it's a work of architecture, but it's also a work of art. But on top of that, it's an integral part of the DNA, the lifeblood of the Hispanic community members that are here, and for the greater community to learn what has happened before. There's 10,000 years of history in this continent, and as I've said earlier, whether it's mathematics, geometry, medicine, art, culture, all of it's infused in the composition of this building, and that's the richness that I want everyone to take away with them.